What's going on, everybody? This is Jeff with Allcoin Buzz. Just checking in with you guys to see what's going on this Monday morning where you're at. It's Monday night here in Tokyo. So if you guys are out there, let us know. What's going on, man? Pants Skilleros. So we're gonna we're gonna actually talk about. Wow, thanks guys. All right, lots of you guys out there. All right, so we got a big activity going right now. Massive community coming in. Okay, we got a whole massive altcoin army just riding it in. All right, cool. So we're going to talk about well, what the title of the video is. The question was, well, if we always were scared of buying all-time highs, then why, what's the point, right? So the question, if I read this question, I'm gonna read it basically what he said, but I want to kind of address that because it is really a big area. This is coming from Dimitri. He says, I have a question. I understand when you say not to buy at all-time highs, but if nobody ever did, then we would never get to all-time highs. Guess what I'm trying to say is that whether you buy, hang on a second. Guess what I'm trying to say is that whether you buy at an all-time high or after a pullback, the reasoning is the same. You expect it to go higher after you get into that position. So part of that also has, if you bought, I don't know, Lisk or another position at an all-time high, Bitcoin's been at all-time highs many times, right? The thing is, when you're buying at an all-time high, it's high risk to pull back, right? It's at a high risk to correct. So what I kind of try to advocate with or advocate against or talk to people about is when they get caught up in the pump and dumps. That's mostly the reason why we talk about it like that, is because of the pump and dumps. By the way, yeah, I'm wearing the Bitcoin shirt. Show us some coins. Should we have sold EOS yesterday? I don't know. I mean, just because EOS is down right now doesn't mean anything. But if you guys want to know some coins that I'm looking at, I'll give them to you right now. These are coins that I'm starting to look at. You guys were asking me about coins outside of the top 10. So I'll tell you some of the coins that I'm looking at right now. Binance Coin, Nano, Zcash, Yuan Chain, and A Chain. So if you got a pen and paper ready and you guys want to go through those, I'm not going to go into detail on those, but those are the ones that I'm starting to look at. Those are the ones out of those five. Which ones am I going to get at the best opportunity? And I'll say them one more time, just in case you guys didn't get it. Okay, so it's Binance Coin, Nano, Zcash, Yuan Chain, and A Chain. Okay, so I pulled that up because I know you guys were going to ask, so I did a little bit of research before I went into it. Cryptomania says, hey, Jeff, your voice reminds me of the Friendly Giant show on the early 70s. I think that's why you have a huge following. Many grew up hearing that friendly voice. Friendly Giant show. I don't know. I watched Dumbo's Circus when I was a kid, but I don't remember the Friendly Giant. I'm going to invest in Amazon. What is the price of one Amazon right now? One Amazon share. I'm still in Tokyo. Why? Is it coming in strong? Is it coming in pretty strong? The live feed's coming in pretty good, right? Hey, mate, I appreciate all the knowledge. I know sometimes you're pushed for time and Wi-Fi, but I really look forward to your advice. Yeah, I try not to give too much advice. I try to just kind of engage and interact with the community. So I can't please everybody, that's for sure, right? So some people are not pleased and some people are happy. So we just got to keep forward. And yeah, I mean, we talk open, right? Just like you would with anyone else. I mean, we have an open conversation. I think it's great. I think the amount of communication we have, the open communication, is so powerful for us because you guys feel like you can ask me anything, say anything to me. And some of you guys might think I'm a little bit cranky, but hey, whatever. I'm very forgiving, for one. So even if you said something that got me all ruffled in the feathers, I still wouldn't be, you say whatever you want. You can say, Jeff, you suck. Still forgive you if you said, hey, can you forgive me? What's going on, Michael? What about ADA coin? Yeah, ADA and EOS they've peeled back a little bit. But so if we're looking at long-term investment strategy, right? So let's just kind of dial that in a little bit. Um, if if we're just talking about things, common mistakes that investors and traders make, investing in something that they don't know and understand. So if you're investing in things that you don't know and understand, but you're watching this video, that's one step. If you're also, I don't know, what do you guys type in when you want to know about a coin? Say you want to know about Wan Chain. Do you type in buy Wan Chain? Do you type in uh, is Wan Chain a good coin? I mean, what do you want to know? But you're looking for that additional information, and you're hoping that when you're clicking on that YouTube video or that article on the internet, that it's going to have accurate information. And especially if you're new, you can potentially get caught up in something that wouldn't be so um, it could be bad advice, and it might not even be intentional by that YouTuber. I mean, I've seen YouTubers say some real interesting things. I've seen people claim that Ripple was going to go to $1,000. Okay, so and it had 56,000 views. If you saw someone who said that Ripple was going to go to 1,000, that to me, that what that says to me is they said that was going to happen in 2018. So the second I saw that, I was like, okay, that person is just making videos because they see an opportunity to make videos, but they don't fully understand the market cap and how it works. Because for them to think that Ripple could go to $1,000 by the end of 2018, it makes me think, well, there's not only does that person who made that video think that, but there's probably a bunch of people also the blind leading the blind. So that's something that I'm saying is investing in something that they don't know and understand. So going too big into one asset. So try not to go too big into one asset. Like some of you guys are all in on Tron. If you go all in on Tron, you have to be careful, cautious with that because kind of diversify a little bit. I'm not saying like even Bitcoin. Don't go all in on Bitcoin. Diversify. There are people out there who are all in on Bitcoin. But one of the things that we noticed is the whole market kind of moves kind of as a like the ocean, right? All the waves don't look the same, meaning all the coins don't look the same with their fluctuations, just like the waves don't, but they're still waves, right? And they all kind of move together. Also, another thing that could get you caught up is over trading. So I know it's fun to watch some of your favorite traders do TA and trade and call you baby whale and all that. Not mentioning any names, but you get the point. Um, Over trading cannot just be an issue if you with fees and all that, but also Uncle Sam, he's going to want to stake capital gains tax. It's still there until they get rid of that crypto capital gains. Over trading can be a real issue, and I've had to patient my I had to be patient myself with that. Okay, so another thing, investing a large sum in uh, penny coins, right? Uh, if you're one of those type of people who just like to hold a big bag, like you want just Verge or you want something, uh, if you want something that's, you want to hold 20,000 Verge, I mean, it's better than holding zero point 0.1 Bitcoin, right? So, I mean, and then you're like, well, I could get 20,000 Electronium. My only thing is, as long as you know that those coins have high circulating supplies and are not going to go to $1,000 really quickly. Like they're not going to like some people when they first get into the market, they think that Tron at 7 cents because they heard that Bitcoin was once at 10 cents and people traded a bunch of Bitcoin for a pizza when Bitcoin was 10 cents. They think that Tron also being at 10 cents will one day be at $15,000. And so that's kind of why we advocate for all that. I'm holding a lot of DBC, Verge, and Litecoin. Deep Brain Chain. Okay. What do you think about Safe Haven ICO? Well, we'll see what happens with that. Altcoin Buzz, a diet for when? Any ICOs on the radar? Well, okay, so you guys are asking me about the Safe Haven ICO advisor on there for social media. I'm not actually a developer and I'm not involved in anything other than that. I'm very friendly with the people on that project. And I've always liked the utility on that project. But because I'm an advisor on it, I try not to talk about it too much on this channel because I don't want to sound like I'm shilling a project that I'm an advisor on. So that's why I don't really talk too much about Safe Haven on here. But I'm an advisor on that. That's why you guys keep asking me about it. Did you see We Power News? It's looking pretty damn great. No, I didn't see the We Power News. Yeah, I mean, I wish I knew about Electronium right now. I try not to say too much about Electronium because I know a lot of people hold a lot of Electronium, um, and you know, I do too. Uh, but I don't want to sound like I'm getting down on the project. But I would like to see them do something. Let's just leave it at that. What do I think about Utrust? Same kind of thing. They haven't really been up. I mean, they're a project that has been down, and uh, you know, the reason I don't. Okay, so you said admit it's a shit coin, and I don't cuss on YouTube because they don't like that. Um, did you guys? Is it coming in clear? If you could hit the likes, that'd be cool. Um, the reason I don't the reason I don't call Electronium out is because I feel as though they have a transparent community. The thing is, just because they're transparent does not necessarily mean that they're proactive and doing the correct things by the community. Just because they put word out doesn't mean that they're doing the best things for the community. So what I'm what I'm trying to understand is, are they just building a community but they don't really care about the community, right? So I mean, it's how far down the rabbit hole you want to get on what could be doing that. And I've got those thoughts and I'm just not sharing them, because if I shared them, then people would be like, oh, did you hear what Jeff said? And then the next thing I know, I got to answer all that. And I'm like, I'm traveling around. Last thing I want to be doing is dealing with drama. Softail Deuce 2000. Quality advice, Jeff. Keep it coming. Smash the likes. Thank you, Softail Deuce. Lincoln's asking, should I sell EOS now? I don't know. What did you get in at? I mean, I don't know. Why would you ask me? I'm not trying to be like, I don't mean that in a snide way, but that's literally what popped in my head. Why are you asking me? Um, and I appreciate that you at least cherish my comments on that, but I think that that's a decision that you have to make on your own. Like, Comic Zone, he says Jeff likes lady boys. Okay. Yo, Jeff, Juan Project is, I like someone who says, Yo, Jeff. Yo, Jeff, Johnny McGill here. Um, Juan Project is as good as it gets crypto. They already announced first high quality ICOs on their platform. Are you talking about Juan Chain? Because you called it Juan Project. Oh, yeah, I do like Icon. So you guys asked me, and just in case some of you are new here, I'm going to give you the 5 coins that are outside of the top 10 that I got on my radar right now at this very moment, just based on some of the brief analysis in market, because the market changes. But Binance Coin, Nano, Zcash, Juan Chain, and A Chain. Those are my 5 right there. When Bitcoin moons are we going to run out of Lambos? Well, do you guys got your Bitcoin shirt yet? I mean, that's the real question. Yo, Jeff, had a bukkake yet? What's a bukkake? I've heard of a Bugatti. Now, that sometimes I'll tell you if I know what a bukkake is. I don't know what a bukkake is. Are you talking about one of those shots where they put an oyster, they put some sake, they put some quail egg, they put like sea urchin, and they put like some other crazy thing in there, and then you chug it. They go Ichiban Bog Tong Sake Bomb, and then you chug it, and then like everyone chugs this like oyster and like the sake thing, and it's like the second you do it, you're just like, man, you feel so strong. It's crazy. It's like this concoction of like, I think it's an aphrodisiac. Yeah, they count to 3 or 5 in Japanese. They go Ichiban Sake Bomb. Then you pound the table, and all the sake on the table bounces up, and you got to grab your and then chug it. But the stuff that's in there is crazy. Oysters alone are an aphrodisiac, but you put a sea urchin in there, some salmon egg, a quail egg, a raw quail egg. Like, I don't even eat quail eggs. Oh yeah, I chugged it. I chug them. I don't even think about it. Like when I'm drinking something like that, I'm not thinking about what I'm eating. I'm just like, okay. And probably before that, I'll have an acai. I'll have at least 1 or 2 beers before I even do that. You know what I mean? Bukkake is a delicious Japanese dish. You want to know what I had tonight? Tonight I had shrimp tempura. You know, with the shrimp, the fried shrimp, and then I had this thing with like salmon eggs. I never even eat salmon eggs. I don't know. It was on the menu, and I was like, "What is it?" And he's like, "Salmon eggs." I was like, "All right, that looks good. I'll take that." And then I also got these like they look like sumai, like wontons. I don't most of the time in Japan, I don't really know how to speak Japanese, and it's not their fault. It's my fault, right? But uh, but yeah, I mean, I usually just kind of go with what the menu looks like. Bruno Ferreira says you're making a fool of yourself, mate. Go check what is bukkake. I I'm sorry, I don't know what bukkake is. I mean, I wish I could improv here, but I really don't. Oh, Sun King says you claim you got into crypto when Bitcoin was $400. Why didn't you buy a load of price? Did you not believe in crypto at the start? Okay, so back then when Bitcoin was $400, when I bought my first Bitcoin, number one is I didn't have a bankroll, right? Like I was living paycheck to paycheck, okay, and $400 was a lot of money uh, for something like Bitcoin. I, I thought it was cool because I had watched Bitcoin go from like 259 to 400, but I was like, well, even if it goes up, like how high is it going to go? Is it going to go to 1,000? Like I never really, when I first got into it, straight up, because I didn't really research and I didn't fully understand it. Yeah, I'm admitting to it. Okay, I was like, I'll just buy one and I'll put it into mining and see if it grows. Uh, should I have bought three? Should I have bought five? Yeah, but I really didn't have the money to. I mean, the only thing I can be thankful about is that I at least had the guts to do it when it was like way back when like no one like every I like okay another thing is I asked like a couple people I said hey what about Bitcoin they didn't know what it was like everyone I was asking didn't know what Bitcoin was and then I was like, then the people who did, they were like, oh, don't touch that. That stuff, that don't buy Bitcoin. Like they were old people too, and they were like, oh, it's a fraud. You know, they were talking like that, and I was just like, are you sure about that? So they were kind of like fudding me. I was getting fudded pretty good. Flashing back on it, I was getting fudded, and then yeah, okay. Are you always looking for cheap coins? Not as much as I used to. Man, back probably in November, December, I was really just addicted to cryptocurrency. I'm no longer that addicted. I spend a lot of time traveling around, not looking at my phone. Um, because I have this like idea that when the market gets to it's getting really close to a point where I'm going to start hawking again. Like I'm ready to be a hawk, but I need to be convinced that we're back in a serious uh, bull pattern. And once I know that, then I'll be a hawk. Right now, because I already have so many positions, I don't if I start getting any more committed with any more positions, I'm probably over committed right now. And I know people who got 100 almost 100% of their wealth in crypto. Are you one of those people who's got 100% in crypto? Hi Jeff, I'm new to crypto same as you at the beginning, paycheck to paycheck. Where would I buy today? Thanks. a lot of people go to Coinbase. I mean, that's where most people start. That's where I bought my first Bitcoin, was on Coinbase. Um, you can also check out, like, I don't know, where do you guys all buy your coins? Yeah, I mean, see, some of you guys are saying poor. I mean, I remember just 3 or 4 years ago, I was living paycheck to paycheck. What ended up changing for me, and I kind of talked about this on Island Hopper TV on my other channel, where I said how I made a video about how I travel the world, and how it's possible for me to travel the world. You can watch that video if you guys want. It's on Island Hopper TV. It's kind of like one of these, but it's strictly related to that. I kind of mentioned cryptocurrency to that audience. I don't really do it too much because, it's travel related, and Bitcoin and cryptocurrency goes way over their head. But I told them that one of the things that you want to try and do is have like 5 income streams. So one of the keys that I discovered early on was, instead of having a one income stream or two, like one income stream, the problem with that is, especially if you're a business entrepreneur or something, if something goes south, where's your income going to come from? So if you're diversified, kind of like if you're all over like 5 different coins instead of one coin, if one slows down or doesn't do much, you have four other potential runners, right? So instead of having one thoroughbred horse and being all in on that and hoping that horse doesn't get injured, you have 4 other horses that are almost equally as good, if not better. So those extra income streams. So some of the things you could do to get extra income streams, various different businesses. Yeah, thank you for hitting the likes, guys. Um, so some of the things that you can do, we already talked. Obviously, everyone thinks about a blog or YouTube channel, but there's a lot more. So one of the things that comes up for me is when I'm traveling around the world, I'm looking at resources. And one of the great things about history, so like when I go to these countries, I'm always going to a history museum, art, science, or history, right? So I always try to find, if I'm going to be in a city for an extended amount of time, I'm going to an art, history, or science museum. Those three areas are very powerful, especially if those museums are influential. So art, because art is like it's like an environment. Art changes your environment and your mental thought patterns, right? Science defines things and how things are really, how what's going on behind the scenes of the art or anything going on in the environment. And then history kind of explains how people have been successful at using those opportunities to do things. So um, I think that, like, if you go to these foreign countries, you can look, like if you go to the Philippines, for example, and you see coconuts just sitting on the ground, and you know that a bunch of people are trying to get coconut oil or coconut water in the United States, you could go to the coconut farmer and say, hey, can I buy these coconuts off you and import them to the United States? Or can you refine this coconut into coconut butter, coconut oil, and coconut water for me, and then ship it to the United States, and I'll pay you this, and then you just arbitrage that for profit. So it's thinking like that. So for those of you who are talking about how you're living paycheck to paycheck, that's one of the ways that, just be thinking about ways to be resourceful. That's one of the reasons why I travel around, is because I'm looking for more ideas on how to be more resourceful. So my traveling is an investment in my business, in my entrepreneurialism. I want to understand more. I want to learn more and discover more. And where does this come from in history? Well, who did this in history? Well, explorers, right? If you look at, it doesn't matter what, if you look at Hernan Cortez or Columbus, whether you hate them or love them, or Ferdinand Magellan, or Francis Drake, or Henry Hudson, Captain Cook. I mean, all these different guys, they explored, and they created a great deal of wealth for the people who funded them. But in this case, I'm self-funded. I don't have anyone behind the scenes. People, but what ends up happening is, if I'm self-funded, people will see that I'm moving forward, and they'll try to catch on to me, and they'll be like, hey, can we work with you? Can you go out and do this work for me? So that's what I'm talking about with being resourceful. Singular DTV. Yeah, so I was just putting that out there because a lot of you guys all of a sudden said you're a paycheck to paycheck, and I said I've already been there. Like, and I understand. And so it's all about acquiring the resource of money, right? You want to acquire the resource of money. And if you want to hear more on that, you can go to the Island Hopper TV. That's my other channel. You can subscribe over there, but you can also watch that video and I talk more in detail about it. A lot of admins, crypto, Don Juan. Altcoin Buzz, do you have advice to leave our boring jobs and go crypto trading full time? I think that's very high risk. So if you were to go into that, remember, crypto trading is just one of 5 potential income streams. So if you wanted to do crypto trading, you'd have to do it very modestly, and I would say it's very high risk if you were to do that. You're the one talking about that. I'm not the one advocating for that. I'm more buy and hold. Okay. But I would say if you were going to do something like that, you'd want to have multiple different income streams and you wouldn't want to overcommit yourself to your crypto investments. It's not gambling. That's like saying if you live next to a casino, are you going to go to the casino and try and get your lucky, or go to the convenience store and get your lucky lotto ticket? No, you just don't do that. Just because you could win a $62 million lotto, so if you're going to do that, you're going to definitely want to make sure you have multiple different streams of income and you're very satisfied. So I would say the most important thing is get set up financially with multiple different income streams. And that's a lot easier. It's a lot easier to do than you might think. Some would say it's a lot easier said than done, but I'm saying it's actually a lot easier to do than you might think. You're like, well, how am I going to get 5 different income streams? Well, I'm saying like, you'd be surprised what your brain can start thinking of and discovering, especially if you start researching it. I mean, it could start with the simple how to make money online. Like the whole goal for me has always been one of the reasons why I really started to like crypto was because once I discovered that all I needed was a cell phone to work from, that was when I saw the great utility in cryptocurrency, because cryptocurrency is a mobile currency. Basically, it's a digital currency primarily beneficial to these cell phones. So try to work from your cell phone. Get in a situation where you can work from your cell phone. Live anywhere, work from your cell phone. Now, if you have a wife and kids, you're going to have to. You're not going to be trying to pursue this thing kind of lifestyle, but you could still try to. You might actually have more opportunity because the guy who's got to go out and work from a cell phone from the road might not have the home base kind of presence that you have, right? Okay, Singular DTV. It's kind of like Netflix. I know that. We'll see. We'll see where that goes. I don't see anyone really. I mean, I don't see anyone dethroning Amazon Prime or Netflix in the short term. Could happen though, and hopefully it is Singular DTV or some blockchain technology like that. But they're going to have to be really innovative, and they're going to have to use. So there's a great deal of utility in cryptocurrency, and the people who are able to harness that energy and that creativity in cryptocurrency are the ones who are going to really set themselves apart. There is a great deal of opportunity, I'm telling you this, with cryptocurrency. Okay, so they've just got to be able to harness that. One of the things that I even tweeted out on Blockchain J today, I said there are 2 things that can grow this cryptocurrency movement to something indestructible: the utility and the need for the technology. Very important to have real innovation, right? Okay. 2, community must stay united and strong. Petty bickering is a divide and conquer tactic. Try to avoid. So, like the people who are against cryptocurrency, we don't need to name any names, right? Warren Buffett doesn't like cryptocurrency, and I'm not saying that to single him out. I'm just saying he has gone on record saying it's going to go to zero. But someone who doesn't like cryptocurrency, their best case scenario is division so that they can defeat it, because they know that divided they fall, united we win, divided we fall. So petty bickering, that's not even coming from an outside force. That's really literally just people inside of communities, in altcoin communities, bickering amongst each other, And these are, we're talking about 1% of people are invested in cryptocurrency, and out of that 1%, there's a lot of bickering that takes place, and that's to be expected. But we should be trying to stick together. Obviously, keep each other in step, like you guys keep me in step. You say a lot of things to me, and that's totally fair. Oh, it's lagging. Is it lagging? Oh, okay. Thanks to everyone who smashed up the likes. By the way, we're at 175 likes, 452 viewers. So thanks to you guys getting that out there. Who's Steve? What did Steve say? Steve said, um, "Do I hold you trust?" Yes, I still hold you trust. Oyster Pearl. That is Steve's coin. Larry says, "When you coming home, Big Red?" Well, I really like the United States. It is like Big Brother to me, because traveling around the world to all these different countries is very humbling, and sometimes it can be so humbling. You're like, I need my mommy, but in this case, potentially, your big brother, good old U.S. of A. Right? Looks great in Vegas, Michelle says. Is red coin still worth holding? I mean, I don't know. I'm still holding it. We'll see. I mean, I'm set it and forget it. You guys ever done that? Set it, forget it. Well, when you set it and forget it, sometimes you just gotta literally just forget that you have it and just stay proactive on the things that you can care about. I mean, I add it to my favorites list. If it ever started moonshotting, I would know because I see what's mooning, and I haven't seen that one done any mooning lately. It's done it in the past. Wax. Let's take a look at wax. 35 cents. I mean, wax has been moving. It was Wax was a tremendous buy when it was below 15 cents. Oh my goodness. Wow, did any of you guys buy wax when it was below 15 cents? Pedro says, how long should you hold on electronium? I don't know what price point you bought in at. Um, so I can't really answer that. But I mean, with electronium, I haven't given up on it, but I would love to hear from the community or from the leadership over there what their thoughts are. What I want to know, and I'll just give this insight: are they intentionally trying to keep the price low? That's what I need to know first. Like, are they manipulating the price? And I'm not saying they are, but as an investor, I want to know: is the reason the price is low is because they're intentionally trying to keep the price low so that people will buy in? And if they are doing that, I'd like to know if they are, so I at least know what they're doing. Not saying that that's even not saying that they're even doing anything illegal, although price manipulation in some areas could be considered an extreme gray area, borderline red area, right? But um, that's one of the things that comes to my mind. Are they intentionally keeping the price low? And then you could think about all the ways that they could intentionally potentially be keeping the price low. And if they're doing that, we would like to know. See you later, Michael. People are saying they should have sold EOS last night. Dang. I mean, why should you have sold EOS? Are you day trading? It's down 11%. It could go down to 15 bucks. I mean, but do you want to take the capital gains on whatever you bought it at? Or do you want to hold because do you think EOS is done growing? If you think EOS is done growing, then yeah, you should have sold. How to trade on Binance? You guys want a video on how to trade on Binance? We can work on that. To those of you who want a video on how to trade on Binance, I want to know how many of you guys want that. Hit the like button. We're at 212. Let's see if there's a lot of you guys out there. 217, so 5 people. So video on how to trade on Binance. Chris says day traders getting burned. Well, day traders who are novices and beginners trying to be day traders, trying to hang out with trading bots and algorithms and advanced traders, they're getting burned. Yeah. People who've been doing it for countless years, sometimes even a decade, coming from Wall Street and NASDAQ and Fortune 500 companies. Yeah, that's so it looks like okay, so 239 people or okay, so yeah, there's quite a few of you guys who want a Binance video because we got a lot of likes here. All right, I'll talk to our team and see if we can get a how to trade on Binance video. Any other video requests you guys would like to hear from Altcoin Buzz that we can do to assist you guys? Oh man, Danny Mac says I'm 100% in on crypto, and the biggest problem I'm having is being overwhelmed with all the coins and wallets I have not being organized. Yeah, that's a huge thing. But what caught my attention was you said I'm 100% in on crypto. Nicholas says it is very user friendly. Ah, there's a buy and sell button. Christopher says what you want a video on how to take a sake bomb? What kind of Bitcoin video? How to buy altcoins without using Coinbase. Well, you guys ever heard of Uphold? Sorry, my voice is going out. I don't know if I told you guys, but I was sick, and I got sick with a head cold in China, and it's starting to come up, and it's trying to take my voice right now. Let me see if I got some water. Can you do a video on obtaining a blockchain patent? I don't think people like blockchain patents because it makes it centralized. Like Satoshi, he could have patented peer-to-peer payment for Bitcoin, but he didn't because he wanted it to be decentralized. So making a video on blockchain patents, I don't think we can do that. How about a video on which coins are best to purchase altcoins with? Well, it depends on the market, right? So the exchange. If, if you're on Binance, for example, you'll see that they have pairings with ETH, Bitcoin, and BNB. That would be Binance coin. So if the question, can you buy, man, something's taking my voice right now. Can you buy directly from Binance BNB? So if you can buy Binance coin from Binance, that's why I'm talking about Binance coin being a great buying opportunity, because if that happens where you could take USD to BNB and then you can use that pairing on Binance in their big market of altcoins, then that just blows things way open for Binance coin. Does that make sense? Roger Ver is not the real Bitcoin. Okay. Ripple XLM are centralized. A Lambo test drive video. That is so funny. You guys are hilarious. Definitely been building BNB position. Yeah, I mean it's a $14 coin right now, so you got to kind of throw in a couple. I don't know how much. Some of you guys say you're living paycheck to paycheck, and if I take it back to that opportunity, I mean maybe you're buying like 2 or 3 a week, right? You're like, okay, no coffee and no Red Bull and no cigarettes this week because I'm buying 3 Binance coins by the end of the week. And you just do that for like a month, and then you have 3, 6, 9, 12. Cryptopedia says, smash the F and like button. Damn, that's an aggressor, dude. What are you looking for a job as a promoter? I hope you could consider making a video content protection like Typerium. Pretty much I'm out of tobacco. He says he's out of tobacco. I think you're out of tobacco because you're investing all your tobacco funds into cryptocurrency. You've traded one habit for another habit. Maybe one's a little bit more healthy than the other. We'll see. Only time will tell. Can you please do a video on decentralized exchanges and what projects they're working on? Jeff seems like a nice guy, but a gangster. Okay, so by definition, a gangster is somebody who hangs out with a big bunch of people, but I travel solo. Do gangsters usually travel solo? And um, maybe you mean like maybe like when you're saying a gangster, because gangs are mobs of people. Can you make a video saying, "Hey Jeff, it's Jeff from Altcoin Buzz"? That's my favorite part of the video. You guys like our jingle when the jingle comes on, and then all of a sudden it's, "Hey guys, it's Jeff with Altcoin Buzz. What's going up, everybody?" Show the community on how to buy on Coinbase with no fees. Well, I think you can do that on GDAX. I think if the circumvent for Coinbase was using their alternative GDAX, but you've got to go through that. Jeff's a one-man gang. Now I got you guys for one, and that's more than a gang. That's a dang army. So I'm definitely a lot more than one. Unless you guys are saying that we're a crypto gang, but we're friendly. I mean, we're the type of people that look out for women, children, and the elderly, you know, and we call out trolls. And we keep the Wen Lambo boys from trying to buy Lambo every 15 minutes. No, I'm not tipsy. I'm not tipsy. It's late here. I'll say that. It's midnight, actually. Lincoln says, Jeff, I'm a huge fan. You're so cool. But Lincoln, by the way, he was the guy who said Jeff's a gangster. This is a BS trap. Get a BTC log scale chart. It screams buy. Okay. That's what Yale said. Yo, Jeff, is Kin profitable? I think Kin at this price range could potentially be. Serge says, I can't wait for a bull run so Jeff can make 4 videos a day again. Well, I have to be home and just focused on crypto again. Thing about traveling is traveling gets your attention, like the travel bug, you know, crypto bug. Let's just say you guys are addicted to crypto. You know, like back in the day when you used to be addicted to girls, like all it was girls, 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 girls. Now it's like crypto, crypto, girls, crypto, you know, like travel. Once travel gets old, you, especially when you get into your 30s, now it's like travel, crypto, girls. And you're like, whoa, what's wrong with you, Jeff? And I'm like, I don't know. I guess I'm getting older. But yeah, when I was in my 20s, it was all about girls, 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 girls. I didn't even have crypto when I was in my 20s. No, I'm not using a Galaxy. Peter, man, you're a funny dude. Jeez Louise. I'm 35. Jeff, did you consider a career as a voice actor animated movie? Okay, I'll tell you guys a real true story. So when I was a kid, I had stage fright. So like I was always very bashful going up in front of crowds, all that. And so like my voice would crack and I would just get really nervous and, just, but I had a teacher when I was in 7th grade. Lo and behold, he was a Vietnam veteran. And not that that makes any uh, difference, but he came up to me in the electronics communication class. He was the very first person who said it. It was no one in my family. He said, you know, you have a voice for radio. You guys always joke around, or you guys always say something funny. You say, Jeff, you have a face for radio. But he said, you have a voice for radio. And I was like, I honestly, I listened to my voice on a recording and I was like, no, because, you know, when you listen to your own voice, you're like, no. And then as I started going to high school, people started saying this more. But I was like, it'll never happen because I have this stage fright. And then once I got over stage fright, I grew up. You know, once you get more life experience, a lot of the things that you are holding you back as far as insecurities, you just kind of overcome them because you just become you know, an old dog. Okay, Tajander Singh, Jeff, are you on your way to financial freedom? Complete honestly, please. Or are you already, and it's all down to crypto? Well, I still work every single day. Like, I will never retire. Like, even when I'm supposed to be retired, I will still be working. I cannot wake up in the morning and not have anything to do. I just don't function like that. So my goal is absolute financial freedom. I went from in debt to out of debt, and then moving past that, right? So, um, but I say, you got to, in this day and age, you got to take risk. You got to be able to. I would say if you have one thing going for you, if you have work ethic going for you, you got it. It's the work ethic. That's why a lot of you guys are like, dude, how does Jeff make 4 videos every single day? Like, this is nowadays other crypto YouTubers do it, but I remember back, I'm talking like back in the day, but really back in like October, November, December, we were like the only crypto YouTube channel where we were putting out 4 videos every single day, 7 days a week. And you guys would be like, Jeff, do you ever sleep? Sometimes we do 5 or 6 videos, right? But you could see just that right there. That's just in crypto, and I still have other jobs, right? But you can see that work ethic. So I'm a big advocate for a strong work ethic. The thing about a strong work ethic, it doesn't always work if you've got other things like girlfriends and wives and kids, because now your work ethic has to go towards that. You have a responsibility. One of the reasons why I'm waiting on having a wife and kids right now is because I have ambitions in the entrepreneurial space that I have to sow my oats on, right? So I got to go out there and get that done. And then, it was like Bill Gates. He was single for a long time while he was building Microsoft. I'm not comparing myself to Bill Gates. If I could even be a splash in the pan of what Bill Gates has achieved, that'd be a phenomenon. But I mean, it comes down to work ethic, in my opinion. Work ethic, determination, true grit. You got to be able to go through the ups and downs. I mean, that's why I always give a shout out to the people who hold, because I know when Bitcoin was going to 6,500, you were probably questioning why the heck you're holding. And now, now that it's recovering and all your other positions are recovering, you went through a very valuable experience, especially if you bought high, you watched it go way down. Now you're kind of watching it recover. That experience alone is exciting for me, because I know that experience, what that's providing for you in your life experience, is going to be so valuable to you. And just maintaining hope and faith, keeping the faith, knowing that, when the storm comes, when the hurricane comes, it's not forever. The hurricane, there's a storm, this too shall pass, right? So just because you're in a heck of a situation doesn't mean it's permanent. It just means that right now it's raining on you and you got snow and all this and that. So nothing's permanent. You just got to keep on trucking. Success isn't permanent, and neither is failure. So that's kind of what I'm saying with pretty much everything, and it applies to crypto. BJ Scribble, he says, and believe. Long-term holding allows for price protection in long run. Day trading might give you some money, BTC, but don't have long-term price protection. That's what Chris Parada said. That's an outstanding comment. I've seen Chris on Twitter, and I like that guy. He's always talking. Chris, you should hit us up, because if you're looking to join Altcoin Buzz, I've seen you in the community before. If you're looking to join us, we'd love to have you, because I just, in your comments and the way that you approach things, very you got a sound approach. Yeah, I mean, the stuff that we got going on behind the scenes with Altcoin Buzz is there's a lot of stuff that we're building, and we're paying attention to the things that people like and don't like. I mean, we try to do the best we can, realize that we can't please everybody. But when it comes to like building our blog, Altcoin Buzz IO, we saw what CoinDesk just went through. We don't want to make the same mistakes, but we realize we're not bulletproof. That's why we don't come down too hard on CoinDesk. I mean, is there negligence, or did they intentionally deceive? I mean, these are things that we don't know, but If there's just like they had a mistake happen, I mean, we all make mistakes, right? I mean, heck, it's like I could go live accidentally and for 15 seconds and I'd be picking my nose, right? I mean, but are you going to be like, hey, Jeff was live for 15 seconds. He didn't even know and he was picking his nose. Yo, I should, do you guys, okay, guys. Well, it's getting late. We've done a lot of videos. Thanks to everyone who smashed up the likes, 282 likes. Really appreciate all the support. Um, Hope these videos are useful. I know that they're not the same kind of style videos that we were doing before. It's more of a community engagement. And the other, so before I was the one who would upload the videos. Now it's guys like Mark and Kunal and all the guys on our team, guys and girls. By the way, the Altcoin Buzz ladies, Sarah's doing great. Candace, Brooke, uh, Corey, all the whole Altcoin Buzz team is really just doing a fantastic job. And Maddie, what do you guys think of Maddie? Shaylin, Shosh, behind the scenes. Shosh is behind the scenes doing a great job. Wow, 310 likes. We went from 270. You guys are awesome. Um, no more faceless Jeff. Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, I preferred the faceless Jeff because I have a face for radio, as you guys would say. But also the anonymous, but what it doesn't really matter. But I don't do it for fame. But the reason all I have to do when I'm overseas, instead of rendering and all that, if you guys know about how to render videos, it's a pain in the butt. All I got to do is literally just push live, just one button, one push, and that's it. And then I communicate with you guys. So it's really just a convenience factor. So the faceless Jeff thing, as you noticed, ever since I've been traveling, it's no longer. You guys now see. T-shirt for sale. You talking about my Bitcoin shirt? I've been talking to the guys on the back end about putting together some merchandise. If you guys would like us to try to make some Bitcoin shirts, I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to look like this, and we're even open to some like community submissions of logos and designs like we were doing before. I'd love to see what you guys got. Is crypto related, crypto terminology, or for me, I'm just going to stick with the Bitcoin thing for now. Uh, but um, yeah, if you guys would like to see some of that. Altcoin shirts as well. Yeah, I mean, thanks, Jeff. Do you take freelance articles for Altcoin Buzz blog? Says Larry. Yes, Larry. Please contact us at um, altcoinbuzzio at gmail.com or contact at altcoinbuzz.io. He says, I love the forehead wrinkles. Yeah, I mean, I've had forehead wrinkles since I was like 18. It's like my cousin, he's been going bald since he was 18. I've had forehead wrinkles since I was 18. Lincoln, that's funny. I also got eye wrinkles. T-shirt huddle gang. Hey, there you go. Lincoln said I was a gang, or Jeff's a gangster, but there you go, huddle gang. Army UK, Altcoin Buzz Army UK t-shirts. In the UK, yeah. I mean, is there a lot of you guys from the UK? Alex says rather be wrinkles than bald. You know, I think everything's cool, right? I mean, we're men. I mean, if I gotta have wrinkles, then I gotta have wrinkles. If I gotta be bald, or I could be like Trump, try to get my wrinkles lasered off and try to get tan and put a toupee on. I also do believe there is some definitely some. It's good to take care of your skin. It's good to take care of your face, your body, your health, all that. So I'm not underestimating that. I'm not saying let's go out and just start trashing our bodies and our health, but um, I should take better care of my forehead wrinkles. I am 35 though. Shave my eyebrows. Man, I do actually trim things like, my chest hair and all that. And, I keep things trimmed. But when I'm traveling, I don't have my razor that I have at the house. And I've been gone from my home for so long now. Like, I'm about to just go into one of those like waxing places and just be like, can you wax my whole body and correct my eyebrows? And because I agree. I mean, you gotta groom yourself. And I think I am due for a eyebrow grooming, and maybe I need to get a wax. Eric says, Jesus Christ, guys, what's going on in here? Oh man, forehead wrinkle coin. The things that we talk about on Altcoin Buzz, I'll tell you what. If you guys enjoy these videos, smash up the like so that we can keep these going and keep building up our community. The Altcoin Army grows when you guys show support like that. He says, some people turned into you talking about waxing in your chest. Oh yeah, like some people they just tuned in right now and they're like just coming in at the 50-minute mark and they're like, whoa, I thought we were a cryptocurrency channel. They're like, unsub. No, we actually talked about crypto for a good portion. It's just what ends up happening is we talk about crypto for like the first 20 minutes, and then after that, we kind of just turn it open to the community and we just interact. And that's kind of what's been happening. So we spend the first 20 minutes just kind of talking crypto. I'll look to even stick to that protocol for the first 20 minutes. And then for those of you who want to stay on for after hours, we'll do that. Smart guys are allowed to have wrinkle forehead. Dude, also, and I'm not trying to make an excuse for my forehead wrinkles, but this light is also right above me and it's really bright. I think it's really enhancing those wrinkles and my bushy eyebrows. How's it going, Jeff? Sorry I'm late. It's all good, guys. You guys can go back on the video. You guys are asking about Potcoin. What an experience. Potcoin. I know some of you guys just love Potcoin because it's called Potcoin. Like I'm sure you guys, some of you might not even know who's behind Potcoin, where it's what's going on with it, read the white paper, all that. You're just like, Potcoin, give me some of that. Calling your friends, be like, did you know you can buy some Potcoin? Forget those pot stocks. Forget buying marijuana stocks. Get you some Potcoin. Are you guys still talking about the eyebrows? That is great. I'll go get that taken care of tomorrow. Tokyo's got some haircuts. I will get that taken care of. Also, I've been sick too. That affected my overall like I know it sounds like I'm making excuses, but I did notice like when I was sick, I was taking medicine and all this, and it was just like it was making me feel just really groggy, and I didn't have like that this look to my face that was like very I wasn't happy about it. I think I need to drink more water and stop taking the meds. Meds can have that effect on you. At least they do on me. Oh, my face has always looked like this. It's just it doesn't always look yeah, I got a face for radio. Look, I'm over it. You guys are like, Jeff, can you please wear a hat when you do a live stream so we don't have to look at those wrinkles? Always look drunk. Well, it is 12:08 a.m., so I am uh, tired, but no, I'm not drunk. You guys probably think I'm drunk every time I do a live video after you watch that last live video where I was in Hong Kong and I had 4 acai. All right, guys. I love y'all. Um, I hope you guys' wrinkles are nice and lovely. I'll work on mine. And we'll see you guys next time. Thanks to everyone who hit the likes. What's up, Istanbul? I might just go to Istanbul. I had some halal food. For those of you who don't know what halal food is, it's like really good. So I might go to Istanbul pretty soon. That's in Turkey. Halal food is great. Those guys treated me like, man, those guys have excellent customer service at a whole. Shout out to Istanbul. I've got some friends from Turkey.